Welcome to the Jolly Roger. My name is Chef Brian, and today we are going to be making creme brulee. This is going to be our dessert for Christmas dinner with our family, so I'm going to go ahead and make a video of it. Anyway, let's get into the ingredients. I have 4 cups of heavy cream. I have 10 egg yolks. I have a half a cup of granulated sugar, and I have about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now, and we're going to put a pinch of salt in that, but really it's really only 4 ingredients. So let's start with our cream. We're going to go ahead and warm this up with our vanilla extract. And we're going to wait for it to start bubbling. And as we're waiting for that, we are going to get our egg yolks and mix it with our sugar. And our vanilla extract goes in with the heavy cream. And our egg yolks, we're going to do in our stand mixer. Because we need to temper these eggs. And tempering eggs means that you are going to, it's kind of like the thing you don't want to do is to cook the egg, because we're using the egg as a binder in this instance. It's going to be a custard dessert. So our egg yolks are in. I'm going to go ahead and dump in our half a cup of sugar, add our whisking attachment. We're going to lower it down, start whisking, and that's going to make a creamy texture, and that's what we're looking for. Now when our cream, you don't want to walk away from our cream because it can scorch on you, and then you'll have to start all over because you can't get rid of that burnt taste. So you don't walk away from it, or in a worst case scenario is it bubbles over and gets everywhere. So as we're waiting for this to heat up, our egg mixture, as you can see overhead, is now creamy. We're going to pour this in slowly as we're whisking, and that's tempering our eggs. It's going to it's not cooking them if they scramble, because you can pour too fast. Then you'll have to start the whole process over again, because you don't want a egg clump in our custard. So when this starts coming up to boil, it's going to take a minute because this is cold cream. I'll bring you back and I'll show you the process of tempering eggs. Right. As you can see overhead, this is what you're looking for, these small bubbles right here. And we are hot enough. I'm gonna transfer, almost made a mess, into a pouring capable bowl. Has a little spout on it, makes it a lot easier for this. Another thing that you temper eggs for is a creme anglaise sauce. And if you wanna see me do that sauce, I do that pretty good. But we're gonna just stir our eggs, and you can do this by hand. You don't have to have a stand mixer, but I like to go the easy route. We're just gonna do a little at a time. And once we get a little bit, we can start going a little bit faster. And we're not cooking the eggs, it's not scrambling, but it is tempering. It's looking good. So I'm going to bump down the speed a little bit. And we just need to keep them moving. And this recipe, it makes 10 4-ounce portions, which 4 ounces is a good serving size. So there we go. I'm going to let this sit and keep spinning so our eggs don't start to scramble, but we are tempered now. And next, I'm going to pour our mixture into our fat separator. This is for like when you're making stocks or something, you let the fat rise to the top and it's got a spout at the bottom. You pull the trigger, and it makes this a whole lot easier to go from cup to cup to cup when we're doing this. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt now, and it's just a pinch. I'm using kosher, and that's enough. And I'll bring you back when I get it into our fat separator, and I'll pull out the ramekins that we're gonna put it in and show you that process. All right, now that I got my mixture and our tempered eggs and our fat separator, what we're gonna do, these are little disposable ramekins. These are great for one-time use. I do have one that we're gonna take our photo with that is a 6 ounce. So I just need a few for our dinner. So what I do is I just go over top, and see how it just comes out. I'm gonna fill up to that line right there. And that is just gonna stay like that. I have an oven that's preheated to 325 degrees. this is going to cook for about 45 minutes to 55. And what we're looking for is when it's done cooking, we're looking for a slight jiggle in the center. And when we put this in the oven, I'm going to pour some warm water up to 2/3 the size of the ramekins that you're using. And for y'all at home, if y'all are using smaller ramekins, it is going to take a lot less time to cook. So keep that in mind. Let me get these filled up. I have some blowtorches here. These are just household blowtorches. For this recipe, you're gonna want a blowtorch. This is something I learned when I was working at a restaurant is, see these little bubbles right here? Well, if you take your blowtorch and just do a quick little one around, it pops those. And you get a good solid take. And if you want to, you can take a toothpick and poke all those little bubbles. And that just gives a smooth surface for the finished product, and that's what we're looking for. I'll put a link to one of these in the description down below, along with all the ingredients and temperatures and time and everything for this. So I'm going to put these in the oven, and I'm going to get some water, and I'll show you how high we're going to fill those. So I'll see you in a second. What? You want me to add that in there? Now I got my warm water, and this is just lukewarm. It's not really, it's not hot. And what we're looking for is to go 2/3 the way up our little ramekins with this water, and then we can pop this in the oven. And since we have that bigger one, I'm going to put a little bit more so that one looks nice, because that's going to be our pitcher. And you want to be careful not to pour this so fast that you get water in your creme brulee, because that'll dilute and it won't be as nice. And there you have it. I'm going to pop these in the oven, and I'll bring you back when they're done baking. I'll show you, do a little jiggle test. All right. Just pulled them out of the oven. They were on my top rack. They got a little bit more done than the bottom rack, so I pulled these out just a little bit sooner, and they're perfect, good to go. I wanted to show you that jiggle, and if I got you overhead, so if you can see that slight jiggle right there, that's what we're looking for. That means that these are done. What we do now is we pulled them out. We're gonna let them sit in this water bath until they're room temperature. And then we're gonna refrigerate them for a minimum of 4 hours. Overnight's best. For our pitcher, I'm gonna put one in the freezer, get that going for about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna shift it over to the refrigerator. So that's gonna take a little while. I'll see you back, and we'll have one of these, and I'll show you how to do the little sugar torch thing, and we'll decorate it, make it all nice and pretty. So, see you in a little bit. Deuce. We are all done. This is round 2 because I didn't have the right sugar, and I was like, let's try doing the granulated sugar, and don't do that. Anyway, we have 100% cane sugar. This is what you're going to want for this. It makes it a lot easier so you don't burn the outside. But I scraped it off. That's why it doesn't look as good as it did before. But we're just going to take a spoonful of this, and we're going to roll it around on all of it, and then the excess of it just gets dumped right back into the container. But you just want a nice little coating on that. And now what we're going to do, and be very careful handling a blowtorch or any flame, you don't have to hold it like I do. You can do it just like this. However, I like to do a certain way. But this is a lot safer than what I'm about to do. So, anyway, got my torch. Let's make sure we're on. We're on. And we're just gonna hold the torch out, and I'm gonna rotate as I do this. And we're gonna melt this and make a, it's called brulee, but we're gonna brulee it, and it's gonna cause a crust and caramelize the sugar. So, here we go. And this is gonna take just a few seconds. But the result is going to be awesome, and then we get to decorate it. to make it all nice and pretty. Cover up what we did to it earlier. And that is done. So we have a nice crust. We're gonna let that cool just for a minute because I'm going to put whipped cream on it. And if we put whipped cream on it now, then it'll start to melt and it won't look. All right, our sugar is now fully cooled and we have a good crust. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place these sliced strawberries, and they're kind of fanned out, and this is gonna make it a little bit better presentation. And then I'm gonna take some whipped cream that we made, and it'll come out next Friday. I'm gonna take a dollop there, and a dollop there. And then I have some blackberries, and I'm gonna put those right there. And this is just gonna accent everything. Adds a little bit more color to it. And then I can take some more whipped cream and just kind of do a little bit right there. And I think that looks good. So, as y'all can see, I'm gonna take some pictures of this and then we'll crack it open and we'll do a taste test. I was gonna tell them that you're not here and you can't taste it with me.
Too bad.
All right, we got our pictures done. We're gonna do a taste test. Lynn, have at it. It's a big bite. Mm-hmm. Mm. It's been a while. I haven't had a creme brulee in a while, so.
Our anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Very smooth, very sweet.
Bye.
Yep, see you later. So, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Give it a try, and let me know what y'all think. So, Merry Christmas to every single one of y'all, and I appreciate y'all being here. And y'all have a great, great holiday, and you know, all that good jazz. I know we will. So, y'all take care, and I'll see you next week.